There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.
Hello, I'm Talia, or should I say, I'm Princess Talia. And this is my princess crew. We're all princesses, but we're all very different. Princess Elephant here loves to rollerblade, and Princess Panda is brilliant at baking. Tonight's bedtime story is about another princess who's very different too. It's called Princesses Break Free, and it's by Timothy Knapman, with illustrations by Lovlie. Once upon a time, there were lots of princesses who all did what princesses were supposed to. When they were carried off by a fire-breathing dragon, given a poisoned apple by an evil queen, or stuck in a tall tower by a wicked witch, they waited until eventually handsome princes came along and rescued them, and they all lived happily ever after. That was their story. The end. But that's boring, said Princess Tilly. She had a different story to tell. I can't spend my life waiting to be rescued. So the very next day, when Tilly was captured by a dragon, she just rescued herself with a parachute made from knickers. Stop right there, said her fairy godmother. Princesses don't rescue themselves, and certainly not with a parachute made from knickers. She immediately put Tilly in princess prison. That's not fair, cried Tilly. You'll stay there until you have learned to do what princesses are supposed to do, sighed her fairy godmother. In princess prison, Tilly was supposed to learn how important it was for a princess to sit prettily and wait to be rescued by a handsome prince. And wait. And wait. But that was boring. And Princess Tilly had a different story to tell. This puny prison can't hold me. So Tilly did what she did best. She rescued herself. Hey, gasped a princess who was waiting to be rescued from a tall tower. I didn't know you could do that. You can do anything you want, Tilly called up to her. Can I? Said the princess. So they hopped onto a couple of passing swans and flapped off to freedom. Soon, new stories were spreading all across the kingdom. Stories of princesses who were scaling mountains, exploring jungles, and sailing the seven seas. For the first time, princesses everywhere were doing exactly what they'd always wanted to. It was wonderful. But now the witches, dragons, and evil queens had no princesses to pick on and nothing to do. The witches had always wondered what it was like to be stuck in their own tall towers. So they decided to give it a try. It was a change. It was strange. It was fun. It was so much fun that the dragons tried being carried off to see if they'd like it. The evil queens made great big mushy pies out of all of their apples, and splat! They had a great big mushy apple pie fight. Can we join in? Asked the princes. We can all do anything we want, cried the princesses. We can be whoever we want, sang Tilly. Some of the princes realised that they actually liked being rescued. It made a nice change. So from then on, everyone took it in turns to try something new. The princesses, the princes, the witches, the dragons, the evil queens, and even the fairy godmother had a go. Until, at last, everyone was doing exactly what they'd always wanted to. And this time, they all really did live happily ever after. Yeah. Yes, you go, Tilly. Princesses can do anything. I think we can all be a bit more like Tilly and do what makes us happy. Don't let anyone tell you how to be you. We're all different and unique, and when we're all different, it makes the world a much more fun place to be. But one thing we all need is sleep. So I think it's time for you to go to bed, and I'll be back to tell you another CBeebies bedtime story very soon. Good night.
There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.